Challenge for any parent, but it's even more difficult for parents of mentally handicapped children. Some choose schools geared to teaching children who have disabilities. Other parents prefer to see their children in regular schools, and in the past, some have fought for that right in the past 20 years or so. However, a recent decision by the Supreme Court of Canada may limit that option in the future. Jessica Rubinger reports.
Okay, let's see that energy flow. Attaboy, Ray. What did you...
Raymond Simonera is 9 years old. He was born with Down syndrome, a genetic disorder that affects learning and development. Many children with Downs are placed in segregated schools for the intellectually challenged. But Raymond isn't in a special school. He's here at Dalkeith Elementary, integrated into a mainstream grade 4 class. Raymond is part of a growing group of children whose parents think they're better off with regular kids.
When Raymond was born, like any parent, I wanted to celebrate my child. And as any parent, my preoccupation was that of wanting him to be happy in his life. And I knew instinctively that he could not have that if he was living in a segregated world.
Bob Plunkett is key to helping Raymond fit in. Plunkett is a child care worker. He spends half his day at Raymond's side, facilitating his learning, keeping his attention focused.
Well, with my experience, I think for Ray, he's learning how to be a normal child, rather than a child who has Down syndrome.
That, in large part, is why many parents and educators believe in integration. Raymond is surrounded by children without disabilities, and the hope is he'll learn by example.
Raymond has very good social skills, and a natural, a more normal environment like an integrated school provides him those models to develop the social skills.
But now parents are worried they may lose the right to integrate disabled kids, and it all stems from an Ontario court case. Last year, the Ontario Court of Appeal ruled a school board did not have the constitutional right to force this girl into a special class. But last week, the Supreme Court struck that down. It ruled integration is not a right under the Charter of Rights and Freedoms.
They are telling all parents with handicapped children that they don't have the right to decide what is best for their children when it comes to their education. So yes, I'm indignant, and I think that it's justifiably so.
Still in this real world that children are not equally valued, and there's prejudice. And it's prejudice based on lack of exposure to individuals such as children with cerebral palsy.
But some educators believe there may be some merit to the decision.
I really don't know how much the school system is able to give the kind of services that some parents are demanding. Maybe someday in a perfect world with limitless budgets, maybe this could be provided, but it's not possible.
Gloria Cherney is the principal of Summit School. Summit caters to children with all forms of mental disabilities. The curriculum is tailored to their specific needs. But Cherney says the program doesn't isolate the children.
There's a lot going on here which is very much a part of regular life, and I don't think they see themselves as being separated from the rest of the world.
Cherney isn't against integration. In fact, Summit has kids in integrated classes. But she says guaranteeing that right to parents puts a great weight on school boards.
I'm not sure whether it's a Supreme Court decision, but I think that some school boards have gotten into some very difficult situations because of a demand that is very hard for them to carry out.
And school boards don't want to be forced to make promises they can't keep. Here at the PSPGM, they have a full commitment to integration, but they don't favor it at any cost. And they hope the Supreme Court decision will send a message to the parents of mentally handicapped children that in some cases they have to keep their expectations in check. But here, expectations and high hopes is what keeps Dalkeith Elementary going, and Raymond Simonera on the track to a normal life. Down the line, integration may not always be the best choice for Raymond, but he hopes he never loses the right to choose his path. Jessica Rubinger, CBC News, Montreal.